Center jump will be between Chiraklis and Tori Huggins. And here we go. Spartans will win the tip. This is Terry with the basketball. Margaret Terry, the sophomore, nursing student. Actually her first year playing basketball here because her freshman year was lost to COVID. Terry on a high screen. Step back from Vanderbeck. Shot was missed. Chiraklis fighting for it. Mills will come up with it and then lose it. Ball's loose on the floor, and the Eagles will control. This is Auza with the basketball.
Early turnover for the Spartans, something Coach Reimer will want to avoid. Can't make these mistakes against a tournament team from 2019.
Yeah, Emory comes in with great history. That 2019-2020 team, 19-7. Made that NCAA tournament. Coach Reimer and that Spartan bench. Jennifer Reimer, 14th year. She's the all-time winningest coach here in the history of Case women's basketball. And there's an early bucket inside from Tori Huggins.
Tori Huggins, a big 6'1" senior forward. Underrated, though, is her ability to shoot the three ball over 50%. Versatile player, and that'll be tough to stop for the Spartans D.
That defense for Emory, just like the men, very tough, suffocating, and a blocking foul will go against the Eagles. Foul's on number 11, that's on Mariana Auza. Auza, key player for this Eagles basketball team. Leads them in defensive categories like blocks and steals. That's Lawrence off an inbound.
Again, it's Margaret Terry with another assist. She leads this team 3 assists per game, and we'll want to see her get involved from that guard spot.
Foul on the dribble. Foul's going to go against Chiraklis. That's Kayla's first. Chiraklis, the mechanical engineering major. To my right, Saar, the finance major. Would you rather be a mechanical engineering major, Saar Zutshi?
Absolutely not, Ron. I'm quite happy in my finance world.
Quick answer. 3 in the air, nothing but net. That's Claire Brock. Brock, the leading scorer for this Emory team. She's averaging 15 points per night. Chiraklis from the elbow. Shot falls off.
I'd like to see Chiraklis work that ball a little more inside. Very powerful player, and we've seen her do it all season long.
This one's long. 3-point attempt by Huggins. Emory on the season coming into this basketball game tonight. Averaging 66 points per game. There's Lawrence, who's averaging 22 all by herself. She's got 4. It's a good sign, Saar, to see Abby playing well early.
And it was actually good defense that time. It looked like Marianne Auza was on her, but sometimes there's just no way you can stop a great shot.
Right in front of Coach Reimer. That shot missed long. Spartans 1-2 on the season. They lost in Pittsburgh to Carnegie Mellon, 64-58. Lost in Gotham to NYU. That's Chiraklis off the glass, and she'll look for the 3-point play.
And those are the type of plays we're talking about. Look at Chiraklis with that tough hook shot that time, working inside and using that strength to get positioning.
Fouls on Huggins, that's her first. There's a good look at Kayla, East Chapel Hill High School. She scored over 1,000 points at East Chapel Hill. She's got 3 so far tonight.
Chiraklis and Lawrence are 2 players for the Spartans. The Eagles will not want to allow to get to the line, both shooting over 85% from the line.
High screen out top. Trying to clear it for Auza. Oh, it's a loss that got it back, and Margaret Terry is going to pick up a foul. It's Terry's first.
One thing to note, Ron, no spectators once again in this stadium tonight, but this Emory Eagles bench has created a lot of energy, contrasting that of the Spartans side.
Fouls out top, setting the screen, getting called for the fouls, Tori Huggins. You see it there. That's Tori's second, and she has been sent to the bench. Tori, key player, 12 points, 8 rebounds as a starter, senior. This is Lawrence. Lawrence with 4 of the 5 so far. Terry, Shiraklis, Kayla, strong drive off the glass, won't roll. Emory wanting to move the ball. Here comes Kennedy Cater with it. Off the dribble. Not a good shot. Here comes Terry the other way. I don't know if you heard Coach Jackson or not when Cater shot that, but she agreed with me. Not a good shot. Is Coach Jackson. Misha Jackson in her 4th year. Whoa, what a success she is. 59-29. She's really been in this Emory program for 11 years as a player, then as an assistant, and now the head coach. Back to action. This is Lawrence. Shots blocked. Good hands by Anna Arado. Arado leads it the other way. Pass to Huggins. Back to Arado. Inside. Beautiful ball movement, and that shot drops.
Talked about Morgan it in the pregame, Ron, about overpowering Abby Lawrence. It looked like they double-teamed her that time at the top of the key, and that turns into points for the Eagles.
Game's tied at 7. This is Shiraklis. Kayla sees something in her matchup that she'd like to take advantage of. Mills with a long 3. Isabella rattles the cage, and it drops. Mills with 29 threes in the season. She leads this team. Defense, Terry and Mills. Mills deflected it. Margaret controls it. Terry looks left, going to dribble right. Tuck, shoot, drew the foul. It's a foul on the floor, and the Spartans will have it out baseline. Fouls on Munson. That's Izzy's first. There you see it. Terry will inbound it. Deep to Mills. Mills already with 1-3 in the books tonight. Shiraklis, Kayla with a ball fake. Gonna dribble hard, got cut off. Good defense. Emory working the D. Inside, it's Lawrence. Abby Lawrence off the glass, wouldn't go. Abby fights for it. She was out of bounds, came back in. They're gonna say on the baseline she was still out.
That's a tough play. Great effort from Abby Lawrence. Sometimes you just lose track of where you are on the floor.
Spartans up 10-7, halfway through this opening quarter. Emory's got the basketball, be out underneath the basket. Plenty of time to shoot, 23 on the shot clock. Inbound screens, set up Arado, good ball movement. Brock with the basketball, baseline, cut off by Mills. Good defense, Isabella Mills on Brock. Brock with an open look, top of the key, in, out, and stays out. Here comes Mills with it. Eyes up for Mills, it's Margaret Terry now with the basketball. Margaret at rush hour traffic in downtown Cleveland trying to get through that foul line area. Well, it looked like 5 o'clock on 9th Street. This is Lawrence with it. Gets a screen, Kayla gets it back off the screen. Shiraklis, little spin, soft dropper will not drop. Emory the other way. Emory on the season, 38% from the field. Shot up from 16 feet, misses, long rebound out. Margaret Terry fights for it, ball's on the floor. It's gonna be a tie-up, and the Eagles will keep it. Couple of subs in, one for Emory, number 33, Aaron Martin, and 2 in for the Spartans. Nia Moore will come in, the first-year player out of Chicago, and Preet Gill, the sophomore from Roseville, California. Both of those young women, lots of playing time off the bench for Coach Reimer. This is Brock over Gill. Nice shot by Claire Brock. She's got 5. Brock leads Emory. Sorry, Saar, with 15 points per game.
Knows how to score in so many ways, Ron, and you can't give her any openings, and we've seen the Spartans do it a couple times. She shot from 3 but missed, and that time found her way inside, even with a size advantage on the Spartan side.
This is Mills working hard, left side, wouldn't drop. Isabella fights for that rebound, and Emory comes up with it. Here comes Aronsky. Kicks. Step back 3. Won't go. Down with the rebound, and here comes Vanderbeck. Lucy with the ball, left-hand dribble. Looks inside to Preet Gill. It goes out of bounds. I think Emory got away with a shove there. In the back with the forearm was Morton Laudick on Preet Gill. Savannah Glimpse now in, number 10 from Glendale, Arizona, 5'9" junior forward. (10-9). Spartans with the early lead. About 7 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Brock will shoot it. They left her open, and they should not do that. There, Brock's got 2 threes. She's got 8.
That's what we were talking about, Ron. You can't give her that space. One of the best shooters on this team and in the conference, and that's too easy for Claire Brock.
She leads the team with 24 threes. You're right, Saar. Lawrence. Preet Gill inside. Here comes Brock the other way. Brock against Mills. Claire will shoot it, draw the foul, get the bucket. Well, Claire Brock is a one-woman wrecking crew right now. She's got 10 points. She'll look for 11. Her team's got 12.
It's a beautiful drive. You see her subtly step in towards where Mills is coming at her. That draws that foul, and this is where she really excels if she hasn't already on the floor. Almost 95% from the line, and these are free points for Claire Brock and the Eagles.
Foul was on Mills. That's her first, and Brock knocks it down. She's got 11. Coach Jackson, in your shot. And she was a player here. She started 69 of the 78 games that were available to her. She's been a key to this Emory Eagle program for a long time. Lawrence will launch a 3. Abby wouldn't go. Mills, ball's loose on the floor. Emory's going to come up with it. Here come the Eagles. Aronsky with it inside, and the left-handed layup by Arado. Anna Arado with her first bucket. Coach Reimer wants a timeout. Her 10-9 lead has disappeared. Emory's on an 8-0 run. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Ron Jantz along with Saar Zutshi, my partner tonight, as he has been all season. Our opening conference game tonight, though, Saar. And it was 10-7 with 5 minutes left in that first quarter. Spartans, but the Eagles are on a 10-0 run.
That's right, yeah, and it's been led by Claire Brock. She's third in the conference in scoring 15 points a game, and she's done it from behind the arc and from inside and at the line, and she's all over the place. She's having yet another great game.
So both teams back on the floor. You see the empty gym here. All games have been closed to spectators in the University Athletic Association. Here at Case, starting this Monday, athletic events will be open again to spectators. Mask mandate will remain, but at least the fans can come in and watch the games. Spartan drive, glimpse, will not drop. Aronsky with the rebound, down the floor. Backing it off is Auza. Auza and Aronsky. Glimpse on Aronsky. Mills will pick up defense on Auza. 1:26 left to play opening quarter. This is Brock. She has scored nearly all the points so far for Emory. Pass out, open look, good shots up, and it's missed. Gill with the long rebound. Mills gonna bring it up. Savannah Glimpse looking inside to Preet Gill. Preet's got it. Left hand, strong. Spin, and they're gonna call her for a travel. Nice drop step by Preet Gill, but they'll pick up a traveling after it.
And the Spartans seem to just be rushing a little bit too much, more than they'd like. And that 10-0 run for Emory seems to have them on their heels. They're not playing their game right now.
Good defense causes the turnover. That's Daniela Aronsky turning it over. Preet Gill with that defense. There's Jen Reimer, all-time winningest coach in the history of Case women's basketball. Jen's got 155 wins here at Case Western Reserve. She's got over 300 in her career, 312. Gill at the foul line. Preet working hard on that left side, shots blocked. Down the floor with it, Arado. Good feed off to Brock. Arado to Claire Brock. Brock's got 13.
And credit Erin Martin, back-to-back possessions, played great defense against Gill. She got a turnover on the first time and then a block the second time around.
Margaret Terry with the first bucket in 4 minutes and 56 seconds. 3 in the air at the end of the quarter. Shot falls off, and it's 19-12 Emory. They're up 7 after 1 quarter. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4 Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Saar Zutshi staring at the stat sheet right now. Saar, after 10 minutes, what do you see?
Well, Claire Brock, of course, pops out of the page. 13 points out of those 19 for the Eagles in that first quarter. Eagles also shooting 47% from the field compared to just 28% for the Spartans. Turnovers are even today, except Emory's capitalized. 5 points off of them, none for the Spartans.
Emory started the year 3 wins and 3 losses in their first 6 games. Then in December, it was good to them. They won 3 in a row. And then they had 3 games canceled. In the era of COVID, that happens. You know, I was talking to Todd McGinnis, the men's coach, today, and about his 12 wins in a row that his team has had. And I was talking to Todd if it brings extra pressure or nerves. And he goes, listen, he says, our guys are just happy to be playing basketball. Because every game you go into, you know, is the other team going to be here? Is something going to happen with COVID protocol? And all of these players this year, after missing all of last year, are really just happy to be back on the basketball floor. Mills is going to shoot 2 free throws. She was fouled inside on that drive. The foul's against Morgan Luddick. Sorry, you guys go back to in-person classroom instruction next week, correct?
That's right, and it changes the mentality for these students for sure.
Preet Gill's going to take a seat. Kayla Shiraklis is back in the basketball game. And this is Isabella Mills. Boy, Mills, what an all-around player. Leads the team in 3 points made, 29. She leads the team in defensive rebounds. She's got 80 defensive rebounds out of 89 total. She's a shooter, 12 points per game. Just a solid basketball player.
Yeah, Ron, we saw her matched up defensively with Claire Brock and is leading this Emory team in scoring earlier, and I'd like to see them go back to that. They've stuck with this man defense most of the way, switched to kind of a zone here with Brock off the floor, and we'll see if that affects their strategy going forward.
Ball tipped inside. Emory will keep it and get a good look at it. After fighting for the basketball was Anna Arado. Arado's got 4. This is Terry. Kicks it. Mills will shoot the 3. Missed it left, but Chiraklis will chase it down. Kayla with the basketball. Margaret Terry's going to set that offense. Terry, the first-year guard. Officially a sophomore, but this is her first year of competitive basketball. Chiraklis, beautiful pass to Abby Lawrence. Lost the handle. Here comes Emory the other way. This is Cater. Kennedy Cater with the basketball. Top, open look, 3's missed. Mills comes down with a rebound. They tied it up, and Emory's going to get it back. That was a fortunate tie-up. Mariani Auza tied up Isabella Mills.
Yeah, and you could hear Coach Misha Jackson was calling for a team to pick up their eyes. Seemed to be looking down at the floor, missed a couple open shots that time, and that shot for Arado, one they would like to have back.
Soft shot off the inbound by Auza. Mariani Auza with her first basket. It's 23-13, leads at 10, the largest of the night. Spartans will lose it out of bounds. Coach Reimer wants a timeout, trying to gather her troops. You know, they're without 2 key players tonight. McKenna Gross, their starting point guard, and Sarah Mitchell, one of their starting forwards. And they're just trying to survive right now. They're down 10.
Have you heard the news? That Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Erin Martin now in the basketball game for Emory. She inbounded it. Martin from Florham Park, New Jersey, first-year player. She's a 6-footer. Standing at the top of the key right now for Emory. Spartans trying to get a defensive stop, and they will not. Kennedy Cater kept it, dribbled herself down inside the block, and made the layup.
Now for the Spartans offensively, Lawrence not having a great game shooting, neither is Chiraklis, and when some of your top shooters aren't having the game they want, who's going to step up and who's going to start getting these shots to fall? You're down 12 in a big game here.
Mills from the foul line got her own rebound, and she traveled with the basketball. Emory started the conference season at Rochester. They lost to Rochester in overtime. Shots blocked inside by Chiraklis. Rochester will be here on Sunday to take on the Spartans.
Yeah, Rochester, another big game. They're ranked 2nd in the conference as of now. And again, a big test for the Spartans team with a lot of young players still having some growing pains, and tonight and that Sunday game, those will tell us where this team is at.
Emory with a cutter, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. Pass went to the feet of Izzy Munson. Terry with the point guard duties tonight, all on her own. McKenna Gross out tonight. Gross, the experienced starter at the point, but Terry's had a lot of playing time this year. I would not call her a rookie anymore. Not in the middle of January. This is Margaret with the basketball. Finds a seam, dribbles it in, and scores. Margaret Terry with a nice drive.
Yeah, again, something we don't see too much from Terry. Takes very few shots and has done so throughout the season. But great drive that time.
Shot blocked. That's Evie Miller blocking Erin Martin. Miller at 6 foot, blocking Martin at 6 foot. Lawrence will take a seat. Abby's out. Back in the game is Vanderbeck, Lucy Vanderbeck.
Right there. Right.
This is Claire Brock with the basketball. Brock with a hesitation dribble, high off the glass and rolls off the front of the rim.
And with
Vanderbeck.
Brock back in, we see the man look again. This time it was Terry who was matched up on her, and better defense that time.
Long three by Terry. Margaret tries to chase down a rebound, and she's going to pick up a foul. Ran headlong into Erin Martin.
And Terry feeling the hot hand right now. Again, like we said, doesn't shoot too much, and again, great effort from her this time, but got to be a little more careful that time. Don't want to give up these easy fouls and eventually give the Eagles easy trips to the line.
Well, I think that's Margaret's second foul, too. If I'm correct. Scoreboard's got her for 1. It is her second. And she is out right now. So we'll see who brings the ball up next possession for this Spartan team. I think it might be Nia Moore. Brock, top of the key. Claire Brock. She had 13 points in the first quarter. She's got 16 now, including 3 threes. Claire Brock with 25 threes on the season leads this basketball team. This is Vanderbeck, ball above her head, inside of Chiraklus. Kayla with a drop step. Shot won't drop, but she's going to shoot free throws. Fouls on Emory. Foul against Erin Martin. That's Erin's first. This is Chiraklus. She's an 85% free throw shooter, so Kayla can knock them down. Kayla's dad played college basketball at Johns Hopkins. She comes from a very athletic family. Her sister rowed at the University of North Carolina. Bet you holiday athletic contests in the backyard are intense at the Chiraklus house. Kayla's got 5 points. .5:15 left to play opening half. Spartans down 11. Mills with good defense that time. Altered the shot, and Case Western Reserve will have the basketball back.
A bit of a wild play that time. They had an open player on the wing that time, and Ozza just didn't see her. It would have been a wide open shot from 3 there, and those are missed opportunities for the Eagles.
Brock with active hands. Mills will control it. Isabella, hesitation dribble. Goes right off the glass. Couldn't get it. Ball's loose on the floor. They'll tie it up. And the Spartans will have the basketball. Subs in. Morgan Laudick back in the game for Emory. Erin Martin will take a seat. That's Laudick right there, number 12. Nia Moore will inbound it. Moore, the first-year player out of Chicago, Illinois. Good feed inside, maybe a hair late to Evie Miller. Miller cutting off that screen at the elbow on the inbound play.
Took a lot of time on that inbound, and this Emory defense is swarming. Seem to be gaining more and more energy as this game's gone on.
Moore got to get it in, did not. I think one of the toughest jobs in basketball is being the inbound person. You know, typically the coach will give that responsibility to somebody they trust implicitly.
Yeah, you usually have your primary option, who do you want to get the ball to, and then you have an outlet option, but Emory looks like they took both of those away, and then it's kind of a game of who can get open. It's like backyard basketball at that time, pickup games on the court.
4:40 left, opening quarter. Brock again. Wow. Claire Brock has 19 points. Actually, she's got 18. Nonetheless, she's got a lot of points.
And that our fourth three, and we're at the Claire Brock show here in Cleveland, and Emory is getting hotter and hotter as the game goes on. 14-point lead now.
Brock again. Rattled, wouldn't go. Abby Lawrence picks up the miss. Leads at 14 for Emory. Strong to the basket. Vanderbeck's shot wouldn't drop. Here comes Aronsky the other way, down the floor. It's Arado, saves it into the hands of Evie Miller.
You see Emory trying to play with more pace right now. They've got the Spartans on their heels and trying to keep this momentum going. They like those fast break opportunities right now.
Mills looking for a screen. Lawrence looking for the basketball. Abby's got it, drops an 8-footer. Abby Lawrence with 6.
Tempo, ladies, tempo,
31-19, Emory with the 12-point lead. Spartans led 10-7 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and since that point it has been all Eagles. They went on a 10-0 run to finish the quarter, and they've picked it up here in the second quarter. This is Lawrence with the basketball. Abby splitting the defense, left-handed shot, dropped. That's a beautiful drive and layup by Abby Lawrence.
Mentioned Brock third in the conference in scoring, and Abby Lawrence is first. She needs to get back in rhythm if the Spartans want to have any chance to stay in this game.
Yeah, and she's first by a lot. Lawrence averaging 22 points per game. Brock averaging 15. Here's the replay. Actually, that was the live look. Just looked like the last drive by Abby Lawrence. So Abby's going to go to the foul line. Lots of subs in. 4 for Emory. 2 for the Spartans.
Again, Eagles trying to play with some more pace on the offensive end. They got Kennedy Cater back in the game. Their starting point guard, a senior, trying to establish a little bit more control and leadership on the floor right now.
Nia Moore with it. Got tripped up. Ball went out of bounds off Moore. They'll say incidental contact. Margaret Terry still on the bench right now with 2 fouls. They're already missing their starting point guard, McKenna Gross. McKenna not playing tonight. 10-point Emory lead, 31-21. 2:21 left to play in the opening half. Men saw their 12-game win streak snapped earlier against the Emory men. 80-70 was the final in that one, an entertaining game. It was 74-70 Emory with 2 minutes left, and then free throws made the difference the rest of the way. But what a great game against the team on a 12-game win streak, and Emory, the 2-time defending University Athletic Association champions. Gill misses inside, gets the shot back. She's got a chance for a 3-point play.
This is the type of play the Spartans needed. Gill goes up, can't finish, and does well to get the ball back all by herself. Spartans, again, need a momentum shifter, and this 3-point play might be it. Going into the half, they need to establish something on the offensive end.
Paige Gross. She'll shoot free throws. They call it a foul. They just call the ball out. Paige thought it was a foul. I think it's just ball out.
Yeah, it looked like a clean block from Gill that time. It looks like she just got her arm on the side of the ball and knocked it out.
This is Brock with the basketball. Claire Brock has been able to do whatever she has wanted to in this opening half. Gross inside. Shot was blocked by Shiraklis. 8 seconds to shoot, 8 on the shot clock. Minute 33 left to play opening half.
Look at your spin back, folks.
It's an 8-point Emory lead. Spartans trying to draw even in conference play. They're 1-2. Little step back shot. Drops. Izzy Munson.
It was a great play design that time on the inbound. They had saw that man defense from the Spartans and had runners going all the way across the floor. A couple of players ran into each other, and that opened up the shot that time.
Moore out top, looking for Lawrence. Abby looking for a screen. Thought about a three. Chiraklus now with the ball. Mills gets it, shoots it. Won't drop. What's the shooting percentage right now from the field for the Spartans? They have really struggled tonight.
Yeah, picked it up a little bit in this quarter. They're up to 32%, just 9 of 28. Compare that to 40% from the Eagles, and that accounts for this point difference right now.
Yeah, Spartans on the year, pretty good shooting team, 41% on the season in 14 games. This is Chiraklus with the basketball. We're inside a minute to play, opening half. Lawrence and her Spartans will keep it. Shot clock's at 26, game clock at 41. Mills, ball above her head, gets the screen from Gill. Isabella needs it. Misses it right, gets her own rebound. Oh, that did not go in. Coach Misha Jackson wants the team to pull back. I don't think they heard her. She was trying to get one shot. Wind the clock, get one shot, and they'll have another opportunity.
If you're the Eagles with a 10-point lead, you're content going into the half. You don't want to let the Spartans get the ball back. Slow down the play, take your shot at the buzzer, and just maintain possession.
Come to me, Ken! Come to me, Ken!
Cater, pass off, Brock, why not? Claire does what she does. Claire's got 20, leads at 12. Lawrence gonna have to chuck it. Abby does, hits the backboard, but nothing else. And these two teams are gonna go to halftime. Emory's up 12, it's 35-23.
What am I looking at?
You're looking at me, Kathy
Okay.
Lanise. You're live on television. Say hi to everybody.
All right,
Kathy
there we go.
Lanise,
I got it.
the
Now I see it.
cross-country coach, track and field coach. What else do you do? Do you teach econ?
I don't teach econ, but I work with like mindfulness meditation and do a lot of mental training.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's been really kind of. I spoke at a neuroscientist class last week, which was a lot of fun, and I've been doing 4 days a week with the team. Start with some deep breathing, and we do a little mindfulness meditation, and off to practice.
So let's just weave that right into the athlete.
Yeah.
Do you bring that into your workouts with your runners at all?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Tell me about it.
So we try to start our day like that. So when we're coming into a workout, I like to set them up for the day, number one. Number two, I like them just to come in with a really clear head about what we're doing. When we're actually on the line and we're doing workouts, they come to the line and I'll say, okay, everybody drop your shoulders, take a nice deep breath, and then I'll say go. So just kind of centers them and gets them ready for the next interval.
Sometimes that line, whether it's the starter's gun or it's a huge mental thing for a lot of runners, isn't it? Yeah.
It definitely is.
I mean, it paralyzes some. Yeah.
Right. But I have a lot of tools, like 10 different tools I use for
mental tools? Or
yes.
Yeah. Do you ever get the gun out and just shoot it off I'm serious about
what,
that.
out of frustration?
No. To help that mental thing, the weight.
We have like a fake block, like a block.
Some sort of a noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is true because like once the gun goes off, they say, "Coach, I'm fine."
Yeah. But the anticipation for that gun is
right.
Is sometimes they can't breathe. But
exactly.
You got to get through that. So it's January 21st. It's like 12 degrees outside.
Yeah.
You're the running coach.
Absolutely.
Are you putting them outside, or are you using the Veal Center over here with that nice indoor track?
10 degree is my compass. So if it's under 10, we'll use the Veal Center. If it's over 10, we're going outside.
Sometimes the cold air just invigorates
Yeah,
the lungs.
it's great. They're used to it.
Yeah.
The California kids don't love it. The Florida kids don't love it, but layers. Throw on some layers.
So you had a very successful cross-country season.
We did.
This fall, both on the men's and women's side. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so coming out of COVID, I'm going to be honest, I was exhausted. Even after a summer, I was exhausted. So I kind of came in and I told myself, we're just going to go one day at a time. One day at a time. So early season, I lose one of my top guys. I lose two of my top women to injury.
Yeah, you did well against John Carroll. Then they didn't run again, right?
Correct.
The top women?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lost them. They were done for the season. Like I
Right.
never saw them back, any of those guys or girls. So I just said, I've got what I've got. We've got to just, continue on. And like I said, it was a day at a time thing because with COVID, it was very hard. First couple weeks, just like this first couple weeks, I had kids out, I had kids in isolation, so I'm just going to coach who I have in front of me.
Right.
And that I told the team, be present today and use this today as an opportunity because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And we just ran our whole season like that. And every week was a surprise. Every week, especially with the women. I just never thought they would have performed as they did all year. And they were outperforming the men
Right.
in many of the meets.
The women end up 25th in the country.
They did.
In the NCAA tournament. The men end up 19th
They
in the
ended up
country.
19th, which,
NCAA
is
tournament.
interesting. Then they started flip-flopping it. But Trey Rezanauskas, who was my number one at nationals and at regionals, he had a very slow start. So he was kind of back in the pack, and Jack Begley was leading us all the way through. Jack got tired at the end of the season. I could tell. He was just, he put a lot of work in through the year, and I think it was just very taxing for him at the end.
And you had two runners. Trey was one of them on the men's side, and then on the women's side, it was Jana Fisher, who
Right.
finished top 50 in the country.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And
Top
that's out
40,
of that's like out of 300 runners,
yeah,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so top 40 is All-American, and Trey was almost in there. I mean, he
45th.
it's interesting when you get to that last kilometer of the race, you're really in that position, like you're not going to move much. And I saw that in the whole race. So
Right.
he was 45th with a K to go. And I said, Trey, you're 5 spots out. 5 spots out of All-American. And he gets to the line. He's like, Coach, I'm sorry. I couldn't give any more. Couldn't give any
Well,
more.
he set a school record, did he not?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
So
it was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But the men's national championship this year was the fastest times ever recorded in the history of men's cross country.
So was the course short, or
No,
was it?
it was
No.
not short
It was
because we
legit.
ran on that course 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before COVID. So
Sometimes you have courses where you just wonder, don't you, Kathy?
right, and the
Yeah.
conditions were right.
Right.
I mean, it was 50 degrees. It was, no light wind. The course didn't have much mud on it as it did 2 years ago. But the performances at nationals were, I've never seen time so fast, both on the men and women's side, but I think more on the men's side.
As you look forward to spring,
Yeah.
we'll go to track and field now. Are you looking forward to it with a smile on your face?
Oh, I am so pumped. I am so pumped. I get this little break between seasons and I kind of get reinvigorated.
Right.
And that's where we're at. I'm reinvigorated. We're going tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it.
Where are you going? Are you going down the hall here, or
No,
are you
we're going
out on the
we're
street?
going to Otterbein.
Oh, you're going to go run indoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a race set up to qualify a bunch of people in the 3K tomorrow for the national meet. And Jack Begley will be in that race. I think there's 8 guys. A couple All-Americans are going to be in there from John Carroll, a guy from Wilmington. Who else is going to be in there? Jack Begley
Yeah.
from Case Western. So
How many times around? It's a distance race.
well, that's
right?
a 3K, so it's 15 laps.
Okay.
For the 3K. So it's going to be a great race.
How strategic, how different strategically is an indoor distance race when you're going 15 times around a single lap track as opposed to across country? I know the difference is the distance is different, but I would think strategically it'd be tougher indoors.
It's very tough indoors.
Yeah.
Indoors is, if we're going to talk strategy and we're going to talk cross country, indoor and outdoor, indoor is the most strategic.
Yeah.
Just because of the tight turns and
Boxed in.
bodies are jostling. Like I had a girl fall at the national meet years ago, Lane Simpson. The one girl just kept jostling her. Finally, like on the straightaway, she just got knocked down. So it really is, it's a tight race. You don't have a lot of room to move. I kind of teach them, we got to take advantage of the straightaways. We don't have much time, but that's where you have to capitalize it. So coming off a turn into the straightaway is really where we're making most of our moves.
Yeah. How many years you been coaching?
31 years total.
Yeah. And you answered that
21
with a smile on your face.
Yeah,
I can't see your smile, but I can see it in your eyes, so you still love it.
I love it. I love it.
We had Coach Greg Debelak, the football coach, on during the men's halftime today, and he's 21 here, but, he add in his John Carroll days, I think it's like, close to 40.
Right.
And all of you do this, because you love it at this point.
Yeah.
You're still not in
Yeah.
the game 3 decades later.
I mean, I don't want to say it's like cakewalk or that it's always joyful, because it isn't always like that. But the joy outweighs the difficult times. And if you have a job like that, then I'm happy. Yeah.
Great. And cross country in the fall, as we wrap this up, will be lots of good runners coming back.
Yeah. We only lost Trey for the men, and I've got some good recruits coming in. I'm trying to secure a woman who's going to be better than an Esther Erb, if you know the name.
National champion in 2008.
Yeah, right. 6-time All-American. So this girl right now is as good as Esther was her sophomore year, if I can secure this kid.
So that leads me to one other question. We've got time for it. You've coached, I think, 14 All-Americans plus the national champion in 2008 with Herb. What kind of satisfaction do you get out of? I mean, you were there for a national championship, one single person winning a title.
I didn't quite hear that.
The satisfaction you get out of coaching that type of talent, a national champion or an All-American.
It's not all cakewalk. Usually it's funny because I was just looking at a video that we made of Esther, and she was hard, and comparing some of the coaches, we talk about our stories of our really champion athletes. They're tough because they expect a lot, and when something doesn't go right, they typically have a meltdown. Unlike the kids who aren't as accomplished.
Right.
And then I have to deal with that, and there were a lot of dealings that I had with Esther, like to the point where I had to run with her to like leash her from doing the things she wasn't supposed to be doing to accomplish some. It was before her national meet. I ended up running with her for a couple weeks. I sent her to a psychologist. I got her a massage. I mean, it was like hard.
Whatever it takes.
It was really hard. But she won the national championship. So, you figure it out.
Great. There aren't many like that who can say they were national champions. So
I know.
Congratulations to you and her. All those years ago, it's still obviously a memorable thing.
Right.
So maybe you'll have one next fall or this spring.
Yeah. There's a potential for it.
Yeah.
I always say there's a potential for it, and I'll tell you that Jack Begley, he's going to be a national champ by the time he graduates. He just does everything right.
Well, we'll look out for Jack Beckley's name this spring and after this weekend at Otterbein. Good luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Stay warm.
I will.
Kathy, thanks for coming down.
All right.
You going to run home now?
Thank you, Ron. No, I'm not running home.
You should. Shouldn't she? Kathy, have a great night.
All right,
Good
you
weekend.
too.
Good
Thanks.
seeing you.